What is up, guys? We are trading January 15th, Friday. Sim. Good. Okay. Whew. Got a little nervous there. But yes, we are trading sim. 10 a.m. with so far. At least that's what it discovered. So take that with a grain of salt because we know how these play out. Take it all with a grain of salt. Alright, we're going to have to do some shroud clicking here. That was very slow shroud clicking, just because I was a little unsure. But yeah, see how this goes. If we get triggered here, just realizing now there's not a new swing high here. So this might backfire on us. Yeah, actually it is a new swing high because on a minute chart it's a new. This is a new swing high. Yep. All right, so we got the scalp. So essentially what this is kind of just like yesterday. We looked at the market and what it was doing. We have these U patterns here that happen consistently, and also on both sides, as you can see there, even the big grand scheme of things, as you can see. And so we have this smaller one working out here, and we can imagine it looking something like this. But essentially we didn't go for this side because this was more of a spike. This was much more curved than this side, so it just looks like the market is going to push up there. So since we're doing width, we looked at the first couple of trades. This one was width. Looks like the market is going to it's hard to imagine for the market to just shoot down here. So and to some degree we can imagine another because at the bottom of every single one of these domes or cup and handles, it's that spike that you get right there. Spike up, bounce up, bounce up. It's that spike. So we can imagine the market shooting up here. And so it's also, it looks like the market is going to correct. Oh, and this was the thing I used. So just a bigger overall thing there. So that was with, and then we had another entry right here on a swing high. I think it was right here. Yeah, breaks higher, swing high, first entry, second entry. Once again, we're continuing that. This is not really a U pattern. It's more like a spike up. So we're continuing this, and that was a width. And then we double check with this third trade here, which is this correction here. And so buying there was actually the best option because you can imagine the market pushing up here, and it's still correcting this overall thing. Yeah, go ahead. And so you could have played this, but this is such a large straight and turn like that when this is much more convincing. So buying there would have been the best option. And actually, no, incorrect. Here, this is the curve where it happened. So you would sell right there on a 1 tick entry, 1 tick right above it, and you would have got in the entry and out with the scalp. And that pushed right up before pushing right back down. And as you can see, that played out exactly how we predicted. And so, yeah. And now we're getting another one just on the other end here. So, yeah, we're 1 for 1. Good trade, good trade. And if I didn't explain that one enough, we might have to switch tick charts here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the minute chart. Just about the same. So we might end up switching if we get a swing. But anyway, we had that swing high. And if you take a look at the minute chart, it's actually a swing high because you have this high right here and a new swing high right here. And yeah, and so we had that swing high. The first entry breaks up just right there in the second entry. So this one's a little bit of a pushy trade, but I like it because yeah, it's just going with it. Yeah. It's kind of silly to just stick to rules. Oh, it's not an actual swing high because blah 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 blah. When the market just moves based on how it moves and not necessarily needing specific things in order to move in that direction. I didn't want to switch to 750 because you can see we have so many entries here. It pushes up there, and on a minute chart it doesn't even do that. It just does it once and pushes down. So that's why we stuck on this guy. Might keep sticking on it unless we get a new swing low that's a very clear swing low on a minute chart before we end up switching to like one of these guys. Yeah, so far this one's looking good too, so we could potentially switch to 700 tick chart. Yeah, good trading so far. we can imagine maybe another dome shape on this side, since that was a strong spike here. It might correct up to here, maybe, but this was a strong spike, so we can suspect another dome in this direction, maybe. But yeah, that's a prediction. Yeah. Nice. Good trade. I was originally going to do a swing low here. To a first entry, to a second entry, non-obvious, since we had all that support. But you could have done a one ticker actually. That since you have support, I forgot about that. Actually, no. It has to be in the other direction. Then we had this swing, but we originally had this. Then we end up having this swing high first entry, second entry here. Popped up on us and sneaked up on us, and we got it anyway though. So we had the buy order here, canceled that, and we put it right above this 6. So swing high first entry, second entry, matches up with the this guy, but this one would have been better. So I think we're gonna go ahead and switch to 700 tick chart, since it matches up with the minute chart. So we're on the 700 tick chart. Buying here either way would have worked out. This one just got about a tick, luckily. So this would have been the better entry, but we got it either way. No new swing low either way either. And so yeah, so essentially we bought there because we had this doming pattern that's going to be forming here. And since we're trading with, based on the 2 trades that we found, or even 3 trades that we found in the morning at 10 a.m., we're going to be trading with. And so far it's working out well, and continuing this dome pattern. If the market looks like it's going in that direction, or we're going to be forming that dome, you're going to go ahead and roll with it. Yeah, good trade. It looks like we just got it by a couple of ticks, but even better if we took the trade down here like we were supposed to. Yeah, so that's something we have to learn, because we just got to get used to that. Not saying this would be correct, or if we're even gonna get in this trade, even though this is not a spike, we could do a 1 tick entry because of this resistance here. If we were to buy here, which I'm not saying this is the correct thing to do in this situation, I'm just saying. But I might as well go ahead and say what I see, at least, which is this dome here, but take that with a grain of salt. This could turn very south very quickly. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Just gonna go ahead and move up our stop now. 1 2 breaks below 20-ish. That's good. Alright, just got in the trade. Shuffle play here. Oh, it looks like another dome is forming here on this side. That might backfire on us. What do you mean? So it was another dome forming right here. Can we play this out long enough? I'm playing this for the long haul, but yep. We'll ride or die. This definitely looks like a dome. We should probably cut our losses. What do you mean? There's like a slight chance that we'll get it. This definite dome is gonna play out, but we'll take the big loss. So yeah, we had a dome on this side, so that was a huge reason to sell right there. At this point, it was hard to imagine. I was just playing this guy, and then I selected some music. But by the time this guy played in, you knew that this dome was gonna play out. So selling there is the best option. What do you mean? And there you go. Oh, just by a couple of ticks, so non-obvious would have actually worked there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just say we can, just so we can get into like trades. Don't do 1 tickers on those. Just do non-obvious when you need to do a non-obvious, because in that case it would have worked. Also selling there would have worked. Would have been actually the better option. But if you were going to play this for the long haul and didn't think this was going to push on down, it actually still looks like it's going to do that. In which case it might do it. A non-obvious would have been the best entry, but we kind of made up that rule on the spot to say, oh, if you have a resistance, you can do a 1 tick entry. And plus, we didn't really reach it. Either way, yeah, we learned a lot from that trade at least, and it's a sim trade, so that's okay. Also, another thing to keep in mind is to always make sure you're in the correct tick chart. Just keep on referring back to the minute chart. Swing low first, swing low first entry, second entry, and then push up here. Swing low first entry, second entry, push up there, and then of course that first entry matching up with the minute chart. So yeah, nice, good prediction there. That dome. Let's go. Switching to this guy. Yeah. So swing high, first entry. We could leave this here, but we could just put the buy order here as well. So close on it right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. Let's go. Okay, we're in the trade. Basic understanding of this. Take this with a grain of salt. It's completing this U or this dome. And turning on a non-obvious on this swing low, first entry, second entry. Let's see, zoom in, swing low, first entry, second entry. We switched to the 450 because the 1 minute chart had a lot more bars than the 700. So yeah, so the 450 should be able to go. If you take a look at the minute chart, you got the dome pattern. Why did they do it by sounds? Shouldn't they say letters? How many letters does it have? Letters is the same as sounds. I think, Chacha. Stella's laughing. She said, "You're so silly, Chacho." How many letters does at have? One. It goes to that.